I'm here at the beautiful Capitec headquarters for another episode of Bank on It with Andy Baker and Ravi Govender. Thank you so much for being part of the show. It's great to have you guys here. Super keen to kick off with your journey at Capitec. How long have you been with the company? All the cool stuff you're building. Let's kick off with you, Andy.
So I've been here for 3 years. I joined April the 1st and I came from AWS. Prior to that, I was doing things like algorithmic trading and working at some other banks. And I started as CTO and I've kind of been CTO the whole way.
On the 1st of July, I celebrated 5 years here at Capitec. I've not been here in digital for the entire journey. I started at a branch and direct sales environment and then moved over to digital. Prior to that, I was also at AWS. Andy and I had a 2-month overlap, I think, there. And prior to that, I was in software development at various FinTech organizations.
Let's get stuck into it. You have 24, almost 25 million clients. Take me through how you develop solutions that are bespoke to millions of people, while at the same time trying to streamline everything. Like, what goes inside this machine?
Look, it depends on the product. So there's different types of things that we do. So some of the things are utility. So that would mean that the focus for those kinds of products, like making a payment.
Yep.
Everyone does that. We do need to know your beneficiaries. We need to know a little bit of information about you. But those products are much more focused on simplicity. Real effort to make sure that we can take anyone off the street and within 10 minutes, they've onboarded onto the app and they can make a payment. So that's one pathway. Other things that we do are a little bit more complicated and require more data. And I would say that tends to be around personalization and also fraud prevention.
Yeah.
So we need to know what are the kinds of things you would do, and to know the things that you wouldn't do and the things that would sort of be erroneous for your profile.
I want to pick up on that because the app, I mean, I've seen the numbers, they're incredible. Right? You have one of the most common features that people are using on this app.
Outside of payments, which is the bread and butter of any banking app, it is actually value-added services. Our clients love using the app to send cash. They love buying vouchers and airtime. In fact, in terms of airtime, we are one of the largest sellers of airtime in the country.
Wow.
And that all happens every day through the Capitec app, through clients logging in 20 million times a day.
That's incredible. What are some of the features in terms of the pipeline that you have coming up within this app that are pretty cool and pretty exciting, stuff that you can share?
So we can talk about the problems we want to solve, because we've sort of announced them publicly. One of the things that we're really focused on is the informal market. So at the moment, most banks have a banking offering for you as a person and a banking offering for you as a business. There's an area in between which very few banks serve, which is you running an informal business. It's not necessarily a PTY, but you still want a point of sale, you still want to be able to borrow money, and you still want to be able to create reports and do different types of payments. So that is a big focus area for us as a company. The other things we're doing is things like cross-border remittance. So that was also in the public domain, that we want to enable cheaper international payments. We want to allow our clients to, obviously most banks use SWIFT for payments, but in Africa, there are many other payment rails that are a lot more efficient and they have better distribution for people that don't necessarily have bank accounts. Then there is a ton of other things that we're doing around fraud prevention, around simplifying our front end, around making onboarding. We've got a challenge internally. We want to be able to onboard a client in 30 seconds.
One of the features that I really enjoy in the app now is the ability to call. Take me through how you've configured and designed the architecture and infrastructure to marry the support staff in-app with the most commonly asked questions.
When we came up with this idea of actually doing it inside of the app, we said we want to make it free and we want to make it high quality. We want to make it sort of like you're doing a WhatsApp call. And so we did that. And what we also did was we actually said, well, we can go one better. We can actually tell our clients when we're busy so they don't have to wait for their call to get answered. And we incorporated all of that into our in-app calling story. So what it's resulted in is better morale for our agents because they have less frustrated clients that are coming through. it takes 1/3 less time to service a client's need on the app, because by the time the phone call is answered, we already know that it's Koshiek calling us, and the agent can actually greet you, "Hello, Koshiek, how may I help you today?" Because of digital authentication technology that's enabled via the Capitec app.
And what was amazing about the in-app calling is we didn't advertise it, and overnight, 40% of our calls went in-app straight away, because our client says, "I don't." And the worst thing is, imagine trying to buy airtime and it fails, and then you have to phone us to ask where's my airtime, but you can't phone us because you didn't get your airtime.
Do you see the next wave of development growing the app user base, or in terms of what your strategy is, or it's actually broadening the services and products and depth within the app?
I think that app growth is organic, and it is based on us building value for our clients, right? Our strategy for growing the app base is actually to grow the client value. If clients find utility in it, like they are now with in-app calling, and with every feature that we actually add onto it, then that base will grow. But I would not want to unnaturally grow the app base if we cannot actually give every client a way to interact in a way that's natural for them. We know, for example, that clients want to speak to us. And so having the ability for them to call us gives a segment that we had previously not serviced the ability to use the Capitec app in a meaningful way. And that's our strategy for growing that app. I think everything that we do is based on client value. So you asked about data at the beginning of the data points. The data points actually inform what are the problems that we need to solve for our clients.
How do you balance putting the right products in front of your clients and the right features? I'm talking about from maybe a UX, UI perspective in the app, versus putting in what's the most commercially attractive. Needless to say, you can put anything in front of a Capitec app user like myself, and I will click it because I'm like, oh, let me check. This is a free voucher. Let me get in there, right? So, take me through the engine room, because it's not an easy thing to decide, right?
Definitely not. I mean, I think for Andy and I personally, it's the constant debate that we have with our business owners on whether to push product to our clients or actually keep them in control. At the end of the day, and this is the beautiful thing about Capitec, is that we want our clients to be in control of what they see. So as far as possible, we will make it such that a client can actually opt in or opt out and actually see what they find relevance in, and not necessarily what we think we want to show them. And so therefore, it's all, again, driven by data points. And I think irrespective of what we show to our clients, ultimately, it will be the client that will make the decisions.
Ravi, Andy, any cool things coming up that you can share with us that we can look forward to on the tech front?
There's a lot coming up. So August is a big month for us. We've got some of the things I've talked about already coming through. We've got the cross-border stuff that's coming through, which we're very excited about. We've got changes in terms of how we allow clients to bank when they're in informal sectors as well. So there's some other things that we're not going to talk about as deeply. Business bank, there's a lot of energy going into our business bank now as well. We're rewriting the way that you do bulk payments, which our clients are really excited about. And we've spent a lot of time in business bank simplifying it. So it was already a very polished product from a simplification perspective. But what we found is as it scaled, and it has scaled a lot over the last year, especially after they dropped the fees, the volume of clients coming through now, we're getting new insights. How do we move more easily? So I'd say business bank is a big focus for us, and probably insurance and Capitec Connect also have a pipeline of releases in the next 2 to 3 months.
The one that I'm truly excited about, because I think it's about time, is we're redesigning how the Capitec app looks. And
it's already an incredibly simple app, and ratings are testament to it, right? People love it. So listen, Ravi, Ali, thank you so much for an excellent conversation. I know we're going to do many more of these. Appreciate you sharing your insights. Really looking forward to all the cool stuff you have in the pipeline. Fantastic. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.